Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. And today we are going to talk about Shah Rukh Khan's son Aryan Khan. Shah Rukh Khan's son Aryan Khan was arrested by the Narcotics Control Bureau of India. Shah Rukh Khan's son Aryan Khan was arrested on Saturday night, early Sunday morning by the NCB. You must be wondering why am I constantly referring to Aryan Khan as Shah Rukh Khan's son Aryan Khan? I will tell you the reason why. Let's get right into the show. So like I said, Shah Rukh Khan's son Aryan Khan was going into a cruise party on Friday night. He was caught by the NCB, the Narcotics Control Bureau of India. One of his friends was found in possession of illegal substance. At one point in the court, the NCB said that Shah Rukh Khan's son Aryan Khan had no illegal substance in his possession. Aryan Khan kept on saying that he was invited to this cruise party and he had nothing to do with drugs, nor had he anything to do with the party, organizing the party. He admitted to the fact that he did take drugs. He started taking drugs when he was 19, is what he said. He is around 22, 23, I think. All that is on record, and all that I'm sure you know. Yesterday, the NCP leader, Nawab Malik, came up with a revelation saying that, listen, you know what, there were two people who were there when Aryan Khan was arrested. In fact, who were almost behaving like part of the NCB team, who were almost participating in the arrest. That was a gentleman called Kiran Gosavi, who is a private detective and who has a criminal case against him, a cheating case against him in one of the police stations in Maharashtra. And the other was a gentleman called Manish Bhanushali, who claims to be vice president of Bharatiya Janata Party. In fact, he's got a photograph with Amit Shah in his Facebook. I'm sure that doesn't prove anything, because anybody can take photographs with any leader one wants if they get the opportunity. But having said that, he claims that he is the vice president of Bharatiya Janata Party. NCP and Nawab Malik asked the question as to what are these people doing where NCB is arresting, where NCB is doing a raid or NCB is arresting people who on drug charges. So what are these guys doing? You know, what is ironic is this gentleman, Kiran Gosavi, he calls himself the private detective, this bald gentleman. He was seen taking a selfie with a young man who was arrested by the NCB and who was in custody of the NCB. He was taking a selfie with this guy. I don't know what sadistic pleasure was he trying to derive, but he was taking a selfie with this guy. Anyway, so that's that. And the NCB asked for custody of Aryan Khan till 7th, that is today. And they are further asking for custody till 11th. The court case is still on while this editorial was recorded. So I don't know what the result is, but all the same. Broadly, this is the story. Lot of questions like, Aryan Khan didn't possess any drugs on him. Why is he behind bars? Achha, they say that there was a lot of incriminating WhatsApp messages that he sent for which links him to kind of drug cartel or links him to drug dealers and so on and so forth. So they want to investigate more on that. I don't know the truth. I don't know what the reality is, so I will not comment much on that. But the fact remains that his friend, who incidentally, apparently, allegedly had invited him for the party, that is, name is Arbaz Merchant, was found in possession of a small quantity of illegal substance, drugs, and he says that this was not mine, this drug was planted. One doesn't know whether that is true or false either. Okay. So let us be very fair about everything. I'm sure you have heard all these details. All of you all know all these details. I must be the 100th person coming in front of you and giving you these details of the case. That is not why I'm doing this editorial. I am doing this editorial to question certain basic fundamentals. I am doing this editorial to question as to which direction are we going. Before I ask you those questions, let me give you some details. According to NCRB figures, 2020 alone, there were 63,137 cases of drugs possession, usage of drugs, so on and so forth. 2017, I'm going back because I don't have the figures of 2019 or 18, but 2017, the figure is 56,006 drug cases. 2016, 36,975 cases. 2015, 32,558 cases of drug possession and usage and dealing and so on and so forth, drug cases. The question that I want to ask you is, how many of these people do we know? This 63,137 cases. How many of these cases did we read in newspaper? Let alone the fact that how many of these cases were we blaming their fathers because they were involved in a drug case? How many cases did we discuss? How many people we judged, their fathers we judged, saying that, it is because he once in some interview had said that I will allow my son to take drugs, or he once in some interview had said something, therefore all this happened because he did that, and all this happened because he had his father, it was all his father's mistake. How many of these people did we judge like this? How many of these people were there political party members involved, or private detectives taking a selfie? How many of these people you had found all these razzmatazz happening? Aryan Khan is singled out because he is Shah Rukh Khan's son. That's why I've been saying Shah Rukh Khan's son, Aryan Khan, Shah Rukh Khan's son, Aryan Khan. And if Aryan Khan is singled out and he is going through all this because he is Shah Rukh Khan's son, then is our law fair? Is our enforcement bodies fair? And is our society fair? How can one person be treated differently just because he is a son of a famous film star? That also brings me to the mind. Question number 2. Is it possible that a person who doesn't possess drugs, he doesn't possess any drugs, the person who has not even taken drug at that point in time, there's no evidence that he has taken drugs either, then why was he sent into police remand? Why? What is he being remanded for? WhatsApp messages? You see, there was a 1,000 crore drug that was caught in Mundra port in Gujarat. Nothing much is being spoken about that. But a 6-gram drug caught in some film star or his friend, not even on his film star's son's possession, but a friend's of his possession, is become headlines. I am not saying that if somebody is involved in drugs, he should not be arrested. Of course, he should be arrested. I am not saying that, if there is some people have got information about drug cartel, that person should not be interrogated and the information is not should be revealed. Of course, it should be revealed. But what I am saying is Aryan Khan put through this situation because he is Aryan Khan? And if it is, then we have a huge introspection that this country has to do. That is the question I am raising today. This reminds me of a story from the Bible. When people were throwing stones at a woman, saying that she's promiscuous, she's lost her virtues, Jesus Christ came and said, listen, you know what? Stop throwing stones. The only person who can pick up a stone and throw at that woman is a person who has never sinned all his life. If you have not sinned all his life, pick up the stone and throw at that person. Like in the story, I think before we cast aspersions on Shah Rukh Khan and his family and his upbringing and his son's upbringing and all of that, we need to figure whether have we been perfect? I am a father of a 22-year-old son. I can understand the kind of trauma that that man, Shah Rukh Khan, must be going through. His family must be going through, the pain that they must be going through. I can understand that. And I do not see Shah Rukh Khan today as a actor or some superstar or some big man. I see him as a father like myself. I see him as a father like myself, and I am pained. I am pained, and I was wondering, and yesterday actually I was wondering that, if something goes wrong or some of such a situation happens in my life, in my family, and the whole world is kind of judging me, writing about me, tweeting about me, trolling me. I mean, isn't it something similar to that French Revolution where people would go with drums when the guillotine would fall on the nobleman? Isn't it something like that? I don't know. I get that feeling, and that's why I thought I should talk about this. Not that this involves my area of expertise, but I thought I should talk about this because I felt, as a society, we are becoming those people who are standing around that guillotine to see it fall and then clapping after it's all done. And maybe enjoying it too. I don't know. Before I end, for us to survive, like I always say, we require your help. We require your subscription. You see, we have expenses. Our people travel. We have to get you news. We need your subscription. Please subscribe to our channel. Please log on to www.hwnews.in. Subscribe to our channel. Help us grow. Help us get you better news. Till I see you next time. Namaskar.